You're behind the wheel.
Yeah, like
Do we
the
know
cars
where
in
we're
this
going?
game I would think, are very realistic to what it would be like to drive one of those because it's really heavy.
It's like a boat.
Yeah.
So the wife was there when it happened, but then left the scene. You're right. That's pretty
music.
unusual behavior.
I think it was a crime of
Could be in
opportunity.
shock.
I think he got hit by the car
Saw
or
some
was
people
pushed
do
in
some
front of it and then
strange
was
things
stabbed
before
afterwards.
after their buddies got
Or he was stabbed just
Maybe.
before and staggered.
Maybe she doesn't give a fuck. According to the patrons, her old man
Could
was
be.
a piece of work. You don't think, Phelps, the guy was
fuck
run
is
over,
going on?
so it worked out well for this broad. So what? Maybe she deserved to catch a break. Who knows?
What the fuck is happening? The fuck was that?
The AI was messed up, but it didn't matter because they were talking anyway. So it would finish when they stopped talking.
So I don't know that they would have stabbed him out in front of the bar because there were so many witnesses, so that doesn't seem to make sense. But it seems to be premeditated because why would you have the fucking knife with you?
Maybe they went outside around the corner and then,
Maybe they stabbed him in the alley?
yep, and then he stumbled out there.
Yeah, we'll go introduce ourselves and then I'll go investigate the house.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
No.
Can you tell me what happened?
I didn't want to talk to her.
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr.
Yeah.
All right, wise
And he'd
guy.
like to get back to
Do you
comforting
have
her.
any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
I don't
What's your
believe that.
relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
With benefits.
You expect me to believe that?
No doubt.
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
You never told him he was a mean son of a bitch?
The two of you.
No, I think the other
thing.
thing.
For busting
Oh.
out
The divorce
this
thing.
little rendezvous.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walks straight into the path of an oncoming car.
I can't prove she had the knife, but I don't believe her ass, and I want to use it as evidence. Should I try it? I can't prove they stabbed him.
That's up to you. You're the one playing. I can't remember.
You're lying, Lorna. You pushed him in front of the car.
If you think you can prove that, I suggest you arrest me now.
You have a coroner's report? Coroner's report?
Intoxicated chest wound possibly caused by vehicle hood ornament. Possibly.
I would have loved to push him under a car many a time, but not this time.
Oh, I got it wrong.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Admit it. You were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual.
Like you didn't want it.
Let's just say
Look
I
at
took
her.
exception to his idea.
She puts
Well,
out to the other dude. She puts
yeah.
out to the dude over there.
The
Wow,
bartender
they're all
said that
messed
you and
up.
Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
Nope.
You're being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance. GI insurance policies have a $10,000
Yeah.
payout.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crack games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
You're forgetting the hit and run detective.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
I'm not leaving yet.
I don't think you have a choice.
Could I have investigated before I talked to her?
I don't know.
Right there. Missing a knife.
Seems irrelevant. It doesn't appear to be connected.
I don't think you can investigate anything now.
All the irrelevant stuff.
Don't think this is any use to us.
I don't know if it keeps you from looking at stuff that. I don't know. I don't know how that works in this case.
But it's almost like I didn't have a choice, because how was I supposed to avoid talking to her?
Oh, when you walked in, it
Yeah.
just had you talk. Oh, well then, yeah.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Pattison autopsy.
Thanks, ma'am.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now I'm going to be able to prove he was stabbed. Poker game. I'm not looking at the goddamn bottles.
They might be important.
Doubt it. God damn it, get out of my way.
There's a wall there, and I don't think it will listen to you.
No, I ran into him.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
I'd be very mad if I can't stick this woman with this knife.
Well, I didn't do anything.
We have the evidence. I believe she stabbed him with a knife, or at least the guy stabbed him with a knife.
You think, huh?
No, I believe it.
You believe you're right. That's what you believe. I believe you're wrong. All the time, you're wrong. Just wrong.
I'm not even walking. He was doing that on his own.
But yeah, because you just got there.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax.
Told you.
Second puncture reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife.
I just did.
That's pretty good.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder one. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
Not in your life, Buster.
What the fuck was that?
That was funny.
Who yelled that?
The game
Try that
malfunctioned.
again, asshole.
That guy's saying it.
Yeah, he's mad because you're stepping on his floor. He just swept it. What kind of person are you?
I sank the coroner's van.
You probably could. Try it. Don't do anything. It just resets to the other car, the next one.
You're behind the wheel.
So where do you want to go?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. Let's take it.
Hey, you want to go pick her up in a body bag? you know?
Yeah.
That's your goal.
I wonder if it's actually going to let us take that vehicle or if it's going to reset to the cop car.
I think it takes that. I know the regular cop car, that's what you would drive.
So
Because I always drove the cop
So I'm going
car.
to show up in the coroner's van?
Yeah.
That's going to be hilarious.
See, I always drove the cop car because the cop car is actually faster than the detective car. The detective car is a piece of junk. Were you supposed to go back there?
That's awesome. Yeah.
You've spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of
jury.
you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear, telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up.
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do
You
with
think
it.
I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake.
It's too late, Sabo.
Oh, you're pretty fast. You were ready for that. Hey, come on, Marty McFly. Grab the truck.
I didn't know where he went. Was I supposed to shoot him?
I don't know. I didn't see where he went either. Maybe he went across the street. Maybe you should get your skateboard and grab onto the truck.
It's too late, Sabo. Sabo, stop or I will shoot.
Don't run that way. You're the hostage.
You come any closer and I will pull the trigger.
How long do you think you can hold out? You want to back off.
Help me.
It's kind of an interesting shot.
You look spooked, Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski.
Headshot. Twice.
Oh, you shot twice? I almost thought he shot you for a second there.
I shot twice and then he fired into the air.
So, I give you a hit and run. You bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, he likes you. Keep up the good
So I'm
work.
not missing anything, at least.
No, I just think it gives you a rating for however many questions or whatever.
I earned a trophy, the up
Oh,
and up.
look. See, it also says another visit to Ray's, and you would have seen that Leroy was prepared to do to avoid jail.
But it didn't give me an option to go back to Ray's.
Well,
Ray's is the bar, and I can only go back to the places that it tells me I can go back to.
I bet you could have asked some sort of a question, or if you would have got a different question right, then you might have.
But I found all the clues. Found all the clues, I just got one question wrong through the whole thing. And that was when I accused her with the knife. Which I already knew, I just didn't have the actual proof.